Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cox Connections. Brad Grundmeyer, Director of Public Government Affairs for Cox, Louisiana. Thank you so much for tuning into our show. In this segment, we're going to talk about what I think is a really important thing, and that is the issue of donor or organ donor and what's out there. A great website that's out there is donateforlifela.org, and to talk about those types of donations that are out there, both for living donors, etc. Happy to be joined by a recipient himself of a donor, a kidney that is, Mr. Clint Smith. Thank you, Clint, for coming.
My pleasure.
And a donor, the actual donor for Mr. Clint Smith, Miss Allison Sutton, who, oddly enough, the relationship is he is your brother-in-law.
He is.
And vice versa, sister-in-law, of course. Now, we can figure that out. But it's fantastic. Thank you so much for coming on and tell your story. Because I think a lot of people probably a little just squeamish, or maybe don't even want to think about it, or don't even know. We were just talking about when people who write on the simple thing on registering the back of your driver's license, and how critical that is, because it really could make a difference in someone's life, quality of life, etc. So, Clint, tell me a little bit about your experience, and how did you get your sister-in-law involved? Go ahead.
Well, you know, first of all, thank you.
Thank you
for doing. I mean, this is such a critical need in the rural and in the United States, and especially in the African American community.
Sure, to educate people.
And that's really what got me involved, was the fact that it affected me personally.
Sure.
I was 45 years old, hard, energetic, charging attorney, and I thought everything was going well. I worked out, I stayed in shape, I did all these things, but I had this one little problem, high blood pressure. And it's something that I discovered probably about 10 years prior to my kidneys failing, but it was something that was very difficult to get under control. So finally, we reached a point where, despite all efforts, my kidneys were failing. And at that point, everybody in the family began trying to figure out what we should do. I'm married, I have 3 wonderful kids, a beautiful wife, and, you know, in the middle of my career. So it's like, what are we going to do? And we started thinking about donation. And it really wasn't something that I had considered. We had kind of talked about it in general. Oh, you know, somebody donating organs, that's, you know, that's a nice concept. But to really have it affect you, I hadn't really thought about it.
Right.
So the whole family kind of gathered around, the immediate family as well as the extended one. And we thought, honestly, that someone in my immediate family, my brother or sister, would match. And neither of them did. My father, unfortunately, was not in a position. He was sick at the time, and my mother also was unable to donate. So we were at this kind of crossroads, my kidneys going, and I had to stop working. And all of a sudden, this living angel just stepped up, man, and you know, it was one of the most incredible gifts that anybody could give, and that was Allison. And
what was your reaction? I know it sounds stupid to ask the question, but what was your reaction when Allison said, "I'm stepping up"?
Yeah, when she first said, I was taken aback.
Yeah.
Because you really, you know, until you get there and you're really in that place of need, and when you're independent and, you know, type A and always in control, to be completely out of control, which I was, you know, when you know, I had to go on dialysis, and dialysis is a life-sustaining process, and I am very, very grateful for it, but it is not a way to live your life.
Sure.
It's a 3 or 4 hour, sometimes 3 or 4 days a week procedure, and it takes up your entire life. And all of a sudden, this wonderful lady here steps up and says, hey, you know, this is what I need to do, not only for you, but also for your family. And, it is just one of the most incredible gifts that she gave me personally. And it's something that I want people to understand is...
Such a selfless act.
Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. But it goes so far beyond just giving it to the person who receives it. You know, most people who receive donations receive it from a deceased person.
Sure.
And we're very, very grateful for that.
And for that, because of that reason, there are countless people waiting for those kinds of organs too.
Right now, I think there's 115,000 people nationwide waiting on organ transplants. And of that, I think about 1,800 are here in Louisiana. And of that number, I think 72% are in the African American community. So it is a dire need.
Well, Allison, tell me, what I mean, just met you just for a few minutes, but I could just look at you and I probably would think you would be one who could do that. What process, how much time did it take to think about this? And when did you come to the acceptance, the idea that this is something you were going to do?
Well, as Clint said, we were having family conversations. I was talking a lot. My sister is my only sister. I am from a big family. We were having conversations about his progress and, I mean, well, his decline, actually.
Sure.
Even though he was looking good, things were happening. And the doctors were giving more and more reports that were not very good. And so it was not just me, but some other family members that got tested.
Because he needs that match.
He needed a match, and we didn't know. I mean, you have no clue who's going to match.
But you got to try.
And I just wanted to try, and I was reading, learning, talking with family members, but also just doing a little reading and learning more myself. And I just felt like, well, maybe I could help. And I did rise to the top when they did the testing. Was a good match, and so at first he was, well, he says taken aback. I think, you know, a little bit hesitant.
Sure.
And so it's not a small thing.
Sure.
but
you know,
it's very
as
necessary.
Father of 3 children.
Oh yeah, I'm a big auntie.
Sure, you know.
Yeah, they have 3 children, and those kids are my kids, and we're a very close family. So
and they need to have their.
And I was signed up on my driver's license, and I thought, well, gee, you know, I'm signed up to give to anyone out there if something should happen to me. And so when something happened to him,
because it did,
I thought, I can do this.
It's just heroic. It's like, you know, I know you don't probably see yourself as a hero, but I'm sure Clint would totally think that it was, because it truly was such a selfless, heroic, courageous act, and he's forever indebted to you, Allison, for being so brave. And that's what we want people today to do, is to think about how they can get involved. DonorLifeLA.org has some great information on just how you can register an organ or an eye or a tissue donor. You can do all those things, because one organ donor can save up to 9 lives, restore sight to 2 people, and enhance the lives of more than 50 more tissue donations that are out there. So you can save a life. All you need to do is basically do what? When you first off go to the driver's license,
You can, and just recently, Facebook has a new initiative.
You do that on Facebook. I heard that.
And you can, on your timeline, go to the segment about yourself that gives information, and you can be linked to the correct state. So if you're not in Louisiana or somewhere else,
that's correct.
You can be linked and make it known to the public, make it known to your Facebook friends. So that's through social media, you can do it as well.
And, excuse me, but also I'm part of the Legacy Foundation. It's a nonprofit.
Great
and
work.
What they do, and they are really, really good at this, is trying to raise awareness, trying to educate, and trying to encourage people to donate.
Absolutely.
So you can also go to the Legacy website, the Donate Life website, as well as LOPA. All of those are methods to sign up, and it is just an incredible, incredible gift for life. And that's what I really want people to understand.
Sure.
And the one thing I always tell people, I say, when you think about donation, don't think about death.
That's right.
Because the critical piece is that, and I've been in situations where I have been with donors and donees and their families, and when you have a donor, a donee's family, come and meet somebody who has received that donation, it is the most heartwarming and
it's like you've just got another member of the family.
Without a doubt. And it makes the donor family feel much better because their loved one lives on.
Sure.
And they really do. And it is just one of the most incredible, heartwarming, emotional field.
And the relationships that blossom from that donation
That's right.
are lifelong friendships.
Completely.
You know, because you are indebted to that person.
Completely. And not just indebted, but you're just grateful.
Oh, absolutely.
I think grateful is.
I think that's the right
term.
word.
You just, but there's nothing. There's, you know, but a lot of people think about donation as well. You know, I might die. The doctors might let me die. It's absolutely false.
Not
absolutely
the case.
false.
That's correct.
You have to be confirmed by several independent sources. If you are in an emergency situation that you're brought in, nobody is looking at your license to first determine whether or not to save
True.
you. You know, it's once you reach a point where it is where you're brain dead and there's nothing more that you can do, that the entire process of possible donation comes into place.
Real quickly, all major religious support donations see, so that's kind of an unselfish act of charity, so of course that's up to the personal decision. Donations can be, does not prevent open casket funerals.
That's correct.
That's because that's a big myth that's out there. Right. Oh, there's a cost. There's no cost associated to the donor and their families. It is illegal to distribute organs based on wealth, citizenship, or celebrity status.
That's correct. Right.
It is illegal to buy or sell organs, of course, and let family members know about the decision to become an organ. Only then can they support your decision to give the gift of life. So truly, there's great information, everybody. Numerous websites we've been putting up. We'll keep the one up right now. Legacy is one, donatelifela.org for more information. Or you can give them a call at the 800 number on the screen, 800-404-0708 at least, for more information. And right here we have Clint and Allison, true examples of a donor and the recipient, and truly the life she has given to Clint. It's just a beautiful thing, and I'm so thankful for the two of you to share your story today and let us be touched and inspired to sign ourselves up. So thank you both for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Allison, very kind to meet you. Clint, an honor. Truly meet you as well.
Thank you
and thank you both for coming. Continued health, great health, and success to both of you. Okay?
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, everybody, that wraps it up for this segment of Cox Connections. Go check it out. DonateLifeLA.org for more information. Thanks a lot for watching.